Watch for the head. All right, hold back, hold back.
You done?
Yeah, just sit down.
You done?
So a lot of you guys have been wondering why exactly I agreed to do a sanctioned boxing match. It's not really a fight because we went ahead and put the gloves on, kept it professional, had supervision, and it was consensual on both sides. But essentially, a lot of people were asking, why would you even do this with a friend of yours, you know, that was previously in your videos? And if you guys never saw Cody in my videos, he was back then. Let me give you guys some context. Essentially, we were really close friends. We would hang out all the time, that type of stuff. We would do things together, car stuff. And then it came to a point where Cody started, you know, and this is my honest and personal opinion. I'm just going to give it a straightforward and honest explanation. He started hanging around a crowd of people that don't really like me that much, and just like that, he swayed his own opinion about me and decided to start bad-mouthing me all over the internet. And not only like just, you know, like common garbage talk, that type of stuff, but making personal attacks on me left and right. So this had gone on for about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years, and I always said something about it, you know, like I don't appreciate it. I even tried to ignore it for a good amount of time, and that actually didn't result in any progress being made whatsoever. So no matter what I did, like ignored it, addressed it, said I don't appreciate it, you know, coming from a friend of yours, you know, directly texting him and saying that type of stuff, it did absolutely nothing. So just for further context, it came to the point where he was in a live stream with me about 2 days ago, and him and all his friends were talking mad game, talking a bunch of garbage, you know, making personal attacks, saying this and that. And I said, all right, you've got all this to say, and you know, you want to say it to me continuously, and I keep telling you, please stop, and you're not listening to me. Let's go ahead and put on the gloves. Nah, it's crazy, bro. You guys sitting here to talk mad game, but you don't say anything in person. Just keep it that way. It's probably for your best interest. Anytime, anywhere. Text me the details. I'm gonna hop off because I have something to attend tomorrow, right? And basically, I challenged him to do it. He didn't really want to do it at first. I mean, I'll play the exact clip from the live stream. It was from TikTok Live. I wish I could go ahead and like actually replay the chat and show what he was saying, but he was chatting it up. And then even after that, when we agreed to actually put the gloves on, because I was very surprised, you know, a lot of people talk a lot of garbage, and I got to give it to him. He actually followed through with it. He texted me like, let's organize the details, this and that. And I was like, all right, I'm surprised. But even then, when we were organizing the details, he was still talking garbage, right? Mad garbage up until this fight. And yeah, I mean, I showed up, we coordinated a time. I showed up to Aiden's house, who I also don't particularly like for the same reason. He always talked bad about me and that type of stuff. And like I said, I have nothing to give to anybody at all. Like, I have absolutely nothing. I owe nobody nothing. And basically, I was the first one to get a significant following on TikTok. A lot of these other guys would hang out with me for the benefit of actually getting exposure from me. And then once they got their exposure, they decided to dump me off and basically be like, oh, we're too good for you now because we got what we wanted out of you, right? They got the exposure, they got a following. Now they don't need me anymore, right? And they all turn on me at the same time and start talking bad about me. And absolutely everybody that I know that I gave exposure to did the same exact thing. So they all followed the path of, you know, getting something from me and then flipping it around and biting the hand that fed them directly. I'm just saying the honest truth how it is. If you don't like it, then I mean, sometimes the truth hurts. And all of this, by the way, is completely unscripted. So I'm going to show like the full fight without my commentary over it, but I thought that I would give some background and basically explain why it came to the point of this instead of just, you know, saying, hey man, I don't appreciate this. Well, that didn't work, right? So the only other way to do it was to, you know, put the gloves on and earn each other's respect through the way of, you know, showing them why you should be respected, why you don't tolerate stuff like that. So people will treat you a certain way based on the fact of how you react to how they treat you. So if they treat you poorly, you never say anything, they think it's okay. And maybe you do say something and they stop, right? Some people have morals, ethics, and they know when to stop, when they're going too far, right? Some people, on the other hand, don't have morals or ethics, and they continue to do it, and they continue to push your buttons no matter what. And in this case, it happened for years to the point where I suggested we settle it with a good old boxing match. I could be petty and I could show all the nasty things he said to me. We could scroll through the text, and I could go ahead and explain multiple other situations where these guys have tried to destroy my business and my social media accounts out of spite and envy. But I'm not going to do that because this is now behind us since we duked it out, right? I'm telling you, it's not just Cody, it's him and his band of bandits that did the same exact thing. And what's funny is that after we duked it out and after we earned each other's respect, if you would say so, you know, he went ahead and said, I could see exactly how you could feel that way and how it wasn't right and how we kind of betrayed you in the end. So I can provide textual proof of this. I'm not going to do it. I'm not petty. Just take my word for it. I wouldn't make it up. Now, a lot of people were commenting on my boxing skills. Let me tell you guys this. I am not a professional boxer and never claimed to be one. And I actually only ever took boxing lessons when I was super young. So I think I was like 10 or 11. And obviously not much of that is going to carry over now to the point where I'm 22 years old. I haven't actually boxed in like 10 years. But what I will tell you what I do is hit the bag every time I go to the gym. And obviously I go to the gym 6 days a week. So I'm pretty, I don't know how to say this so it doesn't come across as cocky, but I'm not weak. I definitely have some gym training on me. I bench 225 for 10. I deadlift around 405, and I don't even deadlift anymore. And I rep out 225 on squat full, you know, beyond 90 degrees all the way down. If I go 90 degrees, I'm lifting a lot more weight. Now, what I will admit is that every time I do go to the gym, I also hit the bag for 30 minutes at minimum after. So I hit the heavy bag. I try and get my cardio in that type of way. So that's like literally 6 days a week. I'm there hitting the bag. And I guess you could say I got the technique of being able to actually punch without hurting myself like that, because I would go there and hit the bag without my hands or with the gloves. And I never use wrap because I feel like that really hardens up your knuckles and it helps with your wrist strength if that never folds. It all depends on how you hold your fist too. So I feel like that's my only experience I had walking into this, was the fact that I did boxing when I was younger. I took lessons and then now I hit the heavy bag. I don't take lessons or spar right now. So pretty equal stuff. I'm about 5'11" and a half, 175 pounds. Cody's like 5'7" or 5'8", and what's it called? And about 160 pounds if I recall correctly. So I had a 15-pound weight advantage on him at most, but you can tell it's a pretty even matchup. I mean, besides the fact that I go to the gym and he doesn't, he's not a light guy. You can see it right there. It's pretty even. Now, I'll also add that the entire fight or sparring match, more appropriately, because we both signed waivers going into this, Cody acknowledged that he willingly did this. So just for the record, you're willingly doing this, right?
We both signed waivers.
Okay, fair enough. Lasted 59 seconds before I knocked him down. I knocked him down. A lot of people said it was a cheap shot. It really wasn't. That's not my fault if you put your hands down when you're on the ropes. So if you do this in a ring and you put your hands down while you're on the ropes and you get knocked out, that is on you. You can't run out of the ring like you can out of bounds in the grass. So he was literally like on the ropes if we were inside of a boxing ring. And you can see that I landed a clean left hook on him. That's what put him down. It's not like I hit him in the back of the head. That's on him for dropping the gloves. And what I think what happened was, let's just look at that clip right there. You can see me hitting him square on the jaw, right? Not on the back of the head, square on the jaw, rocked him, he fell. But anyways, I think what had happened was I hurt him with this body shot. This is when he mentally quit, right? So it's right here. I hit him with the body shot, and this is where he no longer wanted to fight anymore or got hurt, because I did hit him hard in the kidney. We'll play it in real time so you all can actually see exactly what I'm talking about as it happened. So I swung right hook, completely missed, right? I ducked, then I hit him with a body shot, right? That body shot right there to the kidney, I think is what hurt him. He drops his hands. Either I hurt him or he dropped his hands to protect his body because he thought I was going to hit him again. But I hit him in the jaw with a right hook and then left right there. Bam. On the ground. So I think he just got hurt from the body shot or didn't see me throwing that combination and got surprised. But after that, I said, "Are you done? Do you want to keep going?" And he said, "I'm done." I was like, "You don't have to do this. Nobody's making you do this." He decided to stop fighting. I know that he has absolutely no boxing experience himself, The only thing that translated over from when I used to take classes when I was younger was obviously the power and the head movement. So the head movement is something that I learned back then. It's hard to be hit if you're always moving your head, and that's why I do it. But I will admit, he got me one time good with one uppercut while I was ducking my head to come and hit him with a left hook. He socked me pretty hard in the eye, so he landed one on me. I'll give him that. But yeah, overall, it did not last very long. I mean, whole 58 seconds, it was gone. I think from the time we actually touched gloves and actually ran back and I charged for the first time. Yeah, when was that time? Yeah, the whole thing lasted 50 seconds at most. You guys might ask, what do you get out of this? Well, he actually apologized to me right after it and said that he would never make personal attacks on me like that again, would keep my name out of his mouth whenever it came to social media, because there were nonstop social media posts about me. And yeah, I mean, basically he said everything that we've done is in the past, anything between us, and we completely moved forward. All it took was us duking it out with some gloves and it was over. I mean, you can't ask for a better outcome. A lot of people nowadays say that this is a bad thing, right? To actually stand up for yourself, but I think that it's the opposite. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to let people know when they've gone truly too far. And if they don't take you seriously, you have to show them why they should take you seriously. And I was able to do it in a civil manner where it was 100% okay to do it. You know, like, it's legal to do this. It was consensual. Both parties agreed. Both of us said that, yeah, we'll go ahead and do this. There's nothing bad about this, right? That's enough of my commentary on the whole thing. I'll play back the full fight one more time so you guys can check it out. And yeah, that's all I got to say about the entire thing. It resolved a lot of the issues between us. And now we respect each other. We move forward. We move past that. Everything that was happening between us is in the past. So that's what it resulted in. I also wanted to point out the fact that it doesn't matter what age you are, there are always going to be bullies around and that type of stuff. And sometimes the only solution is to do it this way to end everything, right? I'm not saying just pop someone in the mouth, because first of all, you can get in trouble for that and that type of stuff. But sometimes doing it the way that we did it is a necessary end to an evil. So that's how I see it. You know, a lot of people will tell you to ignore it. But if you as a man stand up for yourself and tell people that this is not okay, then they respect you a lot more. That's how I see it.
I guess. Back up. Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. 2 minutes.
Hey, don't hit in the back of the head.
That wasn't intentional. So slippery.
Yeah, I know.
Got this? You got this? Clean fight. Watch for the head. All right, hold back, hold back.
You done?
Yeah, just sit down.
You done?